When I die, do not look for me in the clouds. Here's how you're going to find me. Firstly, you're going to hunt down a time machine, and you're going to set it for New York City circa 2000. This movie was made in 1998, but I'm going to say 2000 because I like Y2K. And you're going to find me sitting in a Joe Muggs coffee shop inside of a Books-A-Million. And only then will I tell you the secret to happiness. Which at that point you wouldn't give a shit about anyway because you have a time machine. Why the fuck would you look for me? Anyways, here's 1998's You've Got Mail, starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, who have been in a movie before called Sleepless in Seattle, which I like this thoroughly more than Sleepless in Seattle. And so here's the tea on You've Got Mail. There's a good chance you're about my age and you're thinking, I've heard of this movie, but I've never watched it. Why do I know the name? It's because there was a time period from roughly 2000 to 2005-ish where the channel TNT would play this on a 3-day block. So Fridays would be reruns of, I don't fucking know, like The Closer, and then it would be You Got Mail at 8 o'clock. And then an encore presentation on Saturday morning of You've Got Mail. On Sunday, it would be the Nextel Cup with an evening presentation of You've Got Mail. Yes, I'm tired of it by now. Anyway, but let me tell you what it's about in case that's all you know about it. It's quite scandalous. So 2 people met in an online chat room for people over 30. And they've been carrying on this friendship for some time, but they're both in relationships and neither of their partners know what's going on. Also, they don't know anything about each other other than that they both live in New York. They don't know their names or anything like that. So here's where it gets juicy. Meg Ryan owns an independent bookshop, and then Tom Hanks is like a family-owned, operated... He's part of a family that owns like a conglomerate of chain bookstores. Basically, she's your little cottage bookstore, and he's Barnes & Noble. His family's company has decided to put a bookstore in the neighborhood where her bookstore is, and obviously that's bad for her business. And they have this little meet cute where he's taking his 10-year-old niece and his 6-year-old brother to her bookstore so he can like check out the competition but not really say anything. But then she finds out who he is, and then they hate each other. Well, she hates him. And again, he ends up putting her out of business. But then they start hanging out. And while all that's going on, they still have like this relationship over the internet. And one time they try to meet up, but then he gets there and she doesn't see him yet, and he finds out that she is the lady on the internet, and he's been keeping that a secret for a while, and then, the bookstore closing and all that. And in the end, she finds out that he is the man on the internet, and then she finds out that he was the man on the internet, and she is very happy, and they're together. Like, you would think that would be kind of creepy. But here's the thing, they were hanging out so much that she wanted to be in a relationship with him, but she also wanted to be in a relationship with the man on the internet, so she was just very happy that they were the same person. That nobody had to have their heart broken. Oh, and if you're wondering what she's doing since her bookstore closed, she's writing a children's book. The end. Now, did I like it? Yeah, it was cute. Granted, this is in fact not a recommendation on how to meet a partner. Need I remind everybody of the Craigslist killer? But in a Nora Ephron world where everything works out, it was nice. Now the biggest question is, can I give it a 10 out of 10? Because I gave When Harry Met Sally a 10 out of 10. And I'm not totally certain as to whether I would put this with on par with each other. I think it's like slightly under, so I'm going to give it like a 9.5 out of 10. Also, please don't meet your potential mates in chat rooms if you can avoid it. So 9.5 out of 10. Okay, bye. I'm not going to write you a love song, 'cause you ask for it, 'cause you need one. You see, I can only write you an email, 'cause it's 1999 and all we have is AOL.